Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. Excited to see what comes through in our messages today. Before we get into those messages, though, we do want to send love out to the world. I know I do it every time, and it's so important. I just feel it's so important. So that's why I do it. So if you want to join me in doing that, I, of course, welcome that whether you're watching live or on replay. We're just going to bring in unconditional love and allow it to fill us up and flow out to the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and just inhale the unconditional love from above. Just allow it to fill us up and then exhaling it out to the world, allowing it to fill the world and surround it in a giant bubble of unconditional love energy. Just giving every heart a spark for higher and higher vibrational love. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment, for your mind, your body, your heart, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send that love to you right now as well. Just allow it to encircle you and encompass you and allow that energy just to flow into your being like a giant sponge. Just take it all in, allow it to do what it needs to do, or send it to that loved one that is in need of it right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space. And before we get into the readings, I always like to talk about my giveaways. I have every Monday, I have a giveaway. Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the following Monday and how you can get into that drawing. So here is the video link for that. And this Monday happens to be the end of the month too, where in addition to giving away two 30-minute personal recorded readings, I've given away two more for a donor giveaway. And so anyone that's made a donation throughout the entire month of June will be included in that. And then also, this will be the last month I'm doing this because for monthlies, I normally put out monthlies for each individual zodiac sign. And anyone that comments on any of them, you'll be entered into the drawing. And I'm giving away two 30-minute personal recorded readings. But June's the last month that I'm doing those. I'm going to quit doing those for a while and use my energy on some other projects. For those that I are more in alignment with my true north. So I'm excited for that. So be sure to check out the video to see how you can get into those drawings. And then each week I bid out at least one pick a card reading. And this week's was who can use your help and how can you help them? Very interesting readings. So if you're interested in those, be sure to check it out. I have a ton of pick a card readings on my main page. So if you're ever looking for more messages of love, you can definitely check those out. All that is free. And then this morning we put out a new Take 10 with Zen episode 3. These are just videos that are 10 minutes and less in content for answering questions on how we can connect to the higher realms. How can we find out more about ourselves and also answering questions from my subscribers. The first one was all about dimensions. The second one was about spirit guides. This one was, is love real? So very interesting for that as well. And if you have any questions that you're wanting answered, you can check out the video. It tells you how you can contact me or comment on that video for any other subjects. So you can check that out. And then I know this is like the last day of June. Can you believe it's the end of June? Anyway, but the this month's was all about the summer winter solstice, so it still impacts you for the next couple months. So if you want to check those out, there is the link for that, and you still have a chance all the way up until Sunday night is when I'll close off all the comments, and draw names and announce, winners on Monday. So you still have time to get into the drawing for that as well. All right, blah, blah, blah. I think that's everything. I know those of you that attend often, you're like, probably put you to sleep listening to those over and over again, but thank you for your patience. For the new people, because if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We're so happy to have you here. We've got a wonderful group of people, a wonderful soul family here, people with great senses of humor and huge hearts too. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. And I'm just getting my desktop all set up here. So my apologies that I'm looking all over the place here. All right. And so, if you are new to the channel, how we handle the free readings is I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. There's no special list, the chat is the list. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, general guidance, and spirit knows what you're looking for. And we just pull them that way. Um, what else? Oh, well, of course, anyone that makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange, and I will prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, and complete those. And I dive deeper, pulling more cards for those. And then once I'm done with that, I do return back to the free readings and continue going down in order. Um, I'm usually on for a couple hours. So I try to get through as many free readings as I can in between the donations. And to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the pinned comment at the top and in the description box of the video. I share my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So however you want to make it, you can make it any that way. And there's no set dollar amount. Whatever you feel, within your heart that you're able to give is perfect. I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet. So I don't look at the dollar amount. I know you're giving what you're able to. So that is the skinny on all of that. I do have a couple of donations that came in. Love1234, did get your PayPal. So you're up first here. And let me make sure I have this set to live chat. All right, there we go. And then Melody, and then Lydia. So thank you guys so much for your donations, and we will jump in here. So love, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just move this over. Can see it a little better. There we go. All right. So let's take a look here. So thank you for your donation. And so you have 3 questions. So question number 1. All right. So that's number 1, that's number 2 within those 2. So we'll see what affirmation or confirmation we get with that one. And then number 2. Okay, so question number 2. Okay, that's interesting. I'll do it that way. Okay. We'll see what that is when we get to it, I suppose. And then number 3. All right. And of course, whenever there's any medical questions or legal questions or counseling questions, whatever they may be, just let everyone know that, of course, we always tell everyone to seek professional assistance by licensed practitioners and whatever field. Tarot is designed for entertainment purposes, and everyone ultimately makes their own decisions. So that's my disclaimer that we have to say here in the United States. So that said, that also covers question 3. All right. So you've got some cards here. Let me just find space. Okay, we'll put that right there. All right. So for question number 1, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So you wanted um, the startup or the women's health, right? So startup, you've got this Queen of Wands here. And for the women's health, you got the 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups is joy and celebration, and um, I feel like this one is the one that's brings the happiness, right? Oh, they're both startups. So this is like joy and celebration, and 3 of Cups is like spirit, right? Guiding it. And so this one is like boom, boom, boom. the queen of sword I mean, not the queen of swords, the queen of wands also has a spiritual connection to it. And this one's fiery. This one, is about investing a lot of energy to move forward and ultimately connecting to spirit to get guidance on that too. So it's kind of like both of them have possibilities here, and I don't feel like there's a wrong choice here, but the 3 of Cups does stand out for me because it is representing our spirit team, and it's joy and celebration and community, where this one feels almost more on your own, like you would have to really jump forward. Yeah, I feel like it too with those cards there. I feel like it's leaning more towards that one. It's like neither's wrong or right per se, but one feels like it's a more higher experience for you, is what I feel coming in there. So that is for that one. And then we've got the number 2 one here. You've got some interesting. So you got this makes sense. So you got 1 card up here, 1 card here, and then 4 cards. So I feel like the top one is the first name that begins with L, and the second one is K. So let's see what it says here. So we've got L, and you've got the excuse me, the Knight of Wands, fiery, fast energy with them, and then a Queen of Cups for the other, which is deep emotional. So you got a lot of fire and a lot of water. So there's fire and water that comes in here, which um I feel like a lot of emotions would flare. But let's see what these 4 cards are here and see what's going on and what kind of message comes in here. I'm feeling more that you do more things more on your own. Okay. Well, well, tough because I feel like you don't. I'm just kidding. You know I love you because you've got the Hanged Man, which is about pause, hold, see things from a higher perspective. You've got the Hermit card, which is all about an independent path, and you've also got here. Um, And we've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is being true to your authentic self, not being swayed off your path by 2 other individuals. And you have the 6 of Wands, which is overall, um, you know, I almost feel like it's energy on both sides. I normally would look at this as a victory card, but I see this as being, caught in between 2 individuals. So I don't, Uh, I almost see here with the whoa, wow, this is really bright, isn't it? Didn't realize how bright it was till I looked right into it and it reflected off of there. So you see the pipes are all smiling. I feel like this is when you're playing your own song. So I like that. So I don't feel oh, and you always said that before. All right, well that makes sense. So things have not changed then with that. And then your final question there. Got the 10 of wands, which I feel like this is energy is being like the endings and new beginnings. I feel like I don't feel like it is. I feel like this is movement on. I feel like we're okay here with the 10 of wands. It's just I feel like you're tired. I feel like you're overexerted and it's time to, you know, relax and really focus your energy and on yourself, which is good. So I'm glad you didn't go on the trip because I feel like that would have just made it worse. So it's good. You need to rest and take care of you. Invest all that energy in you and sit your bohiney down for a little bit, right? It's time for some Netflix and some hot tea. Sounds good. Right. Yay! So I'm very glad. So that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. And Melody, you are up next here, and thank you for your donation. So let's take a look here. What are Azam's current energy towards you? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got going on there. What is Azam's current energy towards you specifically? Let's zero in on that. And I feel like you get a Whispering Woods message card too. All right, we'll see what that's at the end. So let's start here. They seem very set back here with the High Priestess card here. They're very much into their High Priestess temple, looking and connecting to the higher realms, diving deep into their emotions, looking behind the veil, um, trying to look into the hidden. I just feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, secrecy here. Let's see what we have coming in here. Well, we have the Ace of Cups. So they are looking for this higher love and this diving in here, this new love that's coming in here. Let's see. I'm gonna see what the full story is here. Well, okay, yeah. So they are digging deep into themselves here. Very self. I don't want to say selfish, but I feel like self focused is a good word because we got the 9 of Pentacles, which is them looking at their self-dependence, their independence, in relationship to their worth in the outside world. So I really feel like all of that with this 10 of Swords, which the 10 of Swords is, this feeling of overwhelmed exhaustion, trying to live up to everyone's expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. And there's just this, just like not desperation, it's just exhaustion. I'm just tired. I just can't do it anymore. I give up. And I feel like all of this is what's going on with them turning inward. I feel like they've just kind of, and I don't feel like this is specifically towards you, even though that's what I asked. They're just kind of saying, this is where they're at with everything. It's not personal. It is towards you, but it's toward everything else and everyone else too. I feel like if you felt like they've pulled back, it's because they're doing all this inner work and this inner love for themselves. Because all of these cards talk about either that they've looked into the outside world and they feel disappointed and they're turning inward and upward to find out what will fulfill them because they've tried so hard to try to live up to all these expectations and they're tired of feeling like a disappointment to so many people. And so there's this kind of stepping away and kind of hermiting themselves in a way from the outside world. So they're saying here, this is the card for you is wish. Let me see here if it'll focus. Focus, maybe not. So maybe the wish is out of focus here. Sorry. It does say make a wish with a dandelion in the wind. So I feel like what they are looking at has to do with their wishes too. They have no idea. If you asked them, if you could have one wish, what would it be? And they're just like, I don't know, because they were so worried before about living up to everyone else's expectations and everyone else's supposed tos and shoulds. They don't know. And I feel like that's what they are looking at. And perhaps it's a good mirror, a good reflection for you to look into going, what is my wish if I could have one wish, without thinking that trying to live up to what everyone else wants for you too. What is your wish? So I feel like this energy is being a huge mirror for you, but I also wouldn't take it personally, that they're looking inward. They're trying to balance things out in their life. They're trying to understand things. And I just feel like they're just tired, so tired, mentally, especially of just trying to live up to everyone. And they can't because there's a lot of conflicting, energies and expectations between people. So hopefully that helps, Melody. If you're like, okay, well, that explains at least why they're off in their own little world, right? But that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you, Melody. And thank you again for your donation. Hang in there. All right. So, Lydia, thank you so much for your donation. And you want an outlook on what's coming in July, career and money and love. All right. So, let's take a look here and see. So, you have the heart first, and then you had career. Okay. Those three for career. And then moolah, mulo dinero. Let's take a look here. And three for there. All right. So we'll start with love first for July. All right. Well, you do have here, I know, you got the hanged man here, which is the patience, the transformation. July feels like more of a month here where, with the Queen of Pentacles, you're focusing on Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself. And this is like a cocoon. You're like going through this transformation towards love where it's like there's this pause button, or things are going very, very slow on purpose for you to let go of thoughts and beliefs and emotions that no longer serve you so that they're not holding you back. They're not restricting you. They're allowing you to move forward and be more open to love. It's like you're raising your love vibration so that you can give and receive love in more powerful ways to someone. And whenever it's two individuals, whoever this next person is that's fated to come into your life, they're working on that too. So with both of you doing it, that's what allows you to meet on this level. Because whenever this is happening, excuse me, it's basically your soul is tired of doing what it always did and getting what it always got, and I'm sure you are too. And so are they, and so you both are raising your love vibration so that you're not going to be drawing in the same type of relationships you had before. So it's more of a month here of focusing on you and not really, it's like preparation for love to come in. And then you've got career. Oh, okay. 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 So, and it's good because you're going to be busy with your career here. You've got the star card, wishes come true with your job. You have the 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Talk about abundance and this fulfillment in your career coming in July. So, this could be promotions, it could be raises, it could be extra income. Because the 10, you have two tens, which the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune is endings and new beginnings. But the Wheel of Fortune is a tune of whatever these things that are changing and bringing in. I mean, you got 3 amazing cards here, so I wouldn't be surprised if you start running the company. No, that's an exaggeration, but really, I mean, it's so good with wish fulfillment and the 10 of Pentacles, this overflowing abundance in the outside world, and the Wheel of Fortune is that even your human side feels like whatever's unfolding here in your career in July is for you. They're like excited. Everything always is for us, but when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, it is saying that even your human side is super, super happy about it. So I like it. All right. And let's see, Lydia. All right. Yeah. So I think I kind of answered those already with there's no new people coming in. It's like you're on hold for with love. And then I think I am showing you with the career, it's like boom, wishes come true type of stuff. And then money, I feel like you are having some huge fast movement here. Because you've got the Knight of Wands here, which is fast moving energy, which means things happen very, very quickly with money in July. And you have this transformation in the 5 of Cups. It's usually this is us crying over 3 spilt cups, but the transformation is we're realizing our power of choice, and the 10 of Swords is uh, not trying to live up to a lot of other people's expectations. So this is letting go of a lot of fears, a lot of supposed tos and shoulds, need tos and have tos and musts around money and emotion. But it's fast, fast movement. So I feel like you move past through a lot of fears and pressures and emotions, both thoughts and emotions around finances. Um, Things move very quickly, which it makes sense. I mean, we already got this amazingness of abundance and everything else. So whatever you get career-wise kinda just snaps you out of the mindsets and emotions that you have had around finances. Um, the Knight of Wands too is, a great message that comes with that, because all the knights have a quest, right? And the Knight of Wands quests after the Ace of Wands, which is all about grasping your power and knowing that whatever you're focusing on in each moment does expand and grow. And so when we're focusing in on that I don't have enough money, or I don't have a job, or I don't have love, and all of that, what we're telling the universe is, "I really enjoy not having these things, so can you make me miss them more?" They're like, "Sure." Whereas when we focus on gratitude and joy and laughter and, unconditional love and, all of that, we're telling the universe, "I really enjoy feeling gratitude and all that. Can I have more that will bring me that?" And they're like, "Sure." It's like a little kid going into a bakery, and they're pointing in, the little glass case, a donut going, like that. And so the baker goes, "Oh, okay." And so they get dozen of those donuts and hand them the box. Like, "Oh no, I hate those." They're like, "Well, why were you pointing at them?" "I was pointing at going, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that." And I'm like, "Well, this bakery, what works better for you if you want to get what you want and the stuff you love is point at what donut you love, and I'll give you dozens of those." And you're like, "Oh, okay." So now you know that, okay, what am I pointing at? Because that's what I'm asking for. So I like this power that comes in with this too. So that's what's coming in for you, Lydia. So I like it. What a great July you're going to have. I know in some things it's like, oh, but I want love too. But you're preparing for love, which is good, because you're not, if you want love, you could get love, but it's gonna be what you always got, which is not what you want, right? It's that disgusting donut that you don't like. So things are unfolding, you know, in a pure perfect way for you. So I like it. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly experience it. All right. All right. You are very welcome. All right. And then Shiri, you are up. So one, two, three, boom, boom, boom. So let's take a look here. I did believe I saw you had asked questions up above. All right. Okay, there it is. I was like, I see question two, but then I see question one above it. All right. So question number one is, what can you do to balance those coins? Blah blah blah. All the journaling you did before was useless. Oh, it was not. They did say it was making progress. It was transitioning things right. So it wasn't useless. It was good for something, for sure. So let's take a look here and see. So what can you do to balance the coins here? Okay. All right. Wow. There's a lot of I like this. So you have Mother Nature, Mother Nurture here. So, of course, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself, but also getting out into nature. I feel like if you're able to step out and and commune with nature, it's important here for you because it does bring in great grounding. And I feel like it does bring in some um, balancing energy for you. Because you've got here, let me see, let me just zoom this way. You've got the King of Cups here, which is balancing of heart and mind. And you also have the Four of Cups, which is the, emotional stability. And you have the Lover's card too. So, um, you have to get into a relationship. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what that's about. You're like, what? I feel like this is a close friend though. Usually this can be emotional choice, which you got emotion, 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 emotion here. So, there is this um, balancing of heart and mind, balancing of the Four of Cups, and then the balancing of emotional choice. But I feel like there is a close person, an important relationship that you have, whether it is a best friend or it is a family member. It's someone that you feel close enough to that you can verbalize. I almost feel like if the journaling hasn't felt like it's really changed your emotions towards your father, that this talking about it with someone allows you to vocalize it, right? And when you talk about, this is something that I did, looking back at my past, I realize how it's this out of balance. And I feel like I wanna forgive them, I wanna let the wrath go, and I'm pouring out the pain of these feelings, and I feel like it's almost like you have to vocalize it to someone, with this energy coming in here, that it just helps get it out from being in here and being in here. Even though you're writing it out and you're journaling it, I feel like it still feels secretive in a way. And what I mean by that is that it's still in the subconscious world, because even though it's out into the physical world on paper, it's almost like saying it brings it into reality. So I feel like that's what they're mentioning with that one there. So if you have someone that you feel you can trust, then yeah. You wrote 20 pages. Wow. Yeah, it definitely did something though. It did help. It helped it go. It helped it's flowing, but to really just get it going there. Yeah. Um, but I feel it's you speaking it, not speaking to them. This is someone you trust and you feel safe talking to. It's not someone that you feel like, okay, here it comes. I'm going to say it. I'm going to get blasted. This is someone, that you trust. So I feel like you vocalizing it is what brings the vibration into the physical world. So that's what's coming through for that question there. And then your question two. So you want to know, was it just a coincidence or what? You once hung out a wet umbrella at the corner of your balcony, and after some days at the same corner. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Let's take a look here and see here. So you want to know, did they take inspiration from your umbrella, or what and how are they doing now? Okay, let's take a look here. Oh my gosh. Your spirit guides bring through such clarity for you. I mean, you got the Hanged Man out of all the cards, out of all, what, 78 cards. We got the Hangman coming in here. Which you got the moon card, which the moon card tells me that there was a lot. It was just coincidence. Um, they didn't take inspiration from it, is what I mean. Everything happens on purpose for a purpose for us to question, for us to understand things. But they had deep emotional stuff, hidden stuff that was below the surface that was going on. Um, and I feel like, that they've whatever has been going on here, that they're seeing things from a different perspective, a higher place. I don't know, does that mean they passed? But I feel like they are seeing things differently. And there's this communing, there's this, both like seeing from the moon, seeing from this place. But, there's this transformation that happened through it all. But I don't feel like they were like, "Look, an umbrella. I wanna do this." All had to do with what was going on below the surface with their moon energy, with that the hidden and the unseen. So that's what's coming in with that one there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what a mirror, huh? You know? But the brutality of this spouse, you know, it's definitely this, energy here. Alright, and then you had a third question. Did I miss your third question? Maybe. Let me just scroll up here. Let's see. Okay. So you made a third donation. Right. A third donation for just gratitude. Well, I appreciate that very much. As always, you're so generous. And thanks for watching all of those U times two videos and commenting on them. I hope they were helpful. I haven't watched them in a year. So I'm kind of curious to go back through a lot of the series that I have and see how I've grown since then, and or have reminders of going, "Oh, I totally forgot that. I need that reminder too." So, but many blessings to you, Cherry. Thank you again so much, and hang in there. And just know your 20 pages were not were not yeah, they were not for naught. They weren't a waste. The magician energy you were bringing in, beautiful energy through you and into the world through getting those out. And I feel like it's like you have it all written out, and what dots the I and crosses the T is the vocal, and it just triggers something. So I like it. Oh wow, that's all right. I think there's like 40 of them. So that you've gone through as many as you have is amazing. So appreciate that. All right. So thank you again and many blessings to you. All right. And so Davanya Bathra, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, when can you have a new job and a life partner? All right, let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know here. All right. So you've got 1, 3, and 1. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Wow. We got two queens on either side. Let's see what's in the middle. And a third queen. Oh my gosh. You got all four queens. This is crazy. I've never had that happen before. So you've got 5 cards, and you got all 4 queens within those. So what an amazing, wow. So we'll start off with the one that was on this side over here, which is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands tells you here that you hold so much power in your hands here. And this is for job and for life partner, because she is able to put her energy forward, but she also has water, which allows her to connect to the higher realms. So out of all the 4 queens, all of them have cups energy, all have water energy. So right off the bat, you have 4 cups of water, and of course, the queen of water has, so you have 5 parts water, and then 1 part earth, 1 part air, 1 part, earth. So, a lot of emotional energy coming here, a lot of emotional, ability coming in here, which says that whatever you're focusing your energy on, whatever emotional choices you're making, is what brings and is growing things. And so, like we talk about, we're co creators. So, when we focus on if we feel like we're missing something in our job or missing a life partner, if we're focusing on the absence of things and the missingness of things, or even things that we hate in our lives or we fear we'll lose, or won't come in, we're empowering all that because our energy is saying, I really enjoy this. Bring me more of that, of the missingness, of the what I hate, of all that. And it's like, okay, so there's this change that we can make, and we can focus our energy on what we do want instead. Gratitude for what is and what we do want, and that draws things in. Because on the other side, over here, so you have the Queen of Wands over here, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and making choices for you. So it's like you have the energy of where you can focus your energy, and you can have, um, yeah, this energy coming in. Um, that you can focus on what you are wanting in your heart, not living up to what everyone else wants, which is in the middle. One of the ones you hear is the Queen of Swords. She balances heart and mind, which is talking about, when we have this idea in our head of the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. Sometimes we're fighting for something that we've been told we're supposed to want and we're supposed to fight for, but it's not really what our heart wants. And, with this combination so far, it is, especially with the Queen of Cups, she rolls over emotion, and she can deep dive into the heart, get to the heart of what it is. I mean, you've got all four queens. I just have to show you because I've never ever had this ever with all four queens. So you've got all of this energy coming in, this huge divine feminine energy, able to birth some things into your life here. But you have all of this emotional energy that is at the root of it all, and it is getting to the root of what your heart wants, what it truly wants. We're given a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must, all the popular opinions, what job I'm supposed to have, what love I'm supposed to have. And it's like, when we're trying to live someone else's dream, it doesn't turn out too well because it's not our dream. And, we do have, the judgment card here too, which is double endings, double new beginnings. And this is your higher self calling you to this higher place. I mean, all of this combination just tells me that your heart is wanting to be heard, but the mind has been the one that's been controlling everything. The fears of losing conditional love, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection, the fears of not having enough, all these fears have been driving it instead of going, I feel like I'm existing, instead of that I'm living my life. And I feel like this is what they're guiding you towards. I feel like I want to pull another card here for you, and I feel like I'm being drawn to the wisdom of the oracle here. Okay. All right. So we'll see what this says here. So you've got the go the distance card here, card number 47. Zoom, 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 almost to the finish line. So let's take a look here and see. This one actually has both relationships and prosperity messages with them, specific ones. So now I see why they chose this one for you. Yeah. So the energies of this are all about endurance, strength, and the long haul. The overall message for the card is to bring your dream to life. You must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuation in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. And this card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So I feel like that's kind of what I was talking about, being true to your authentic heart. That's the energy of miracles that are there. And what is meant for you, what's truly meant for you, will never be withheld from you. And so when people are moved on and opportunities are moved on, it's because those are not the one your heart wants. Might be the ones that your mind goes, well, this is seems like what I should want, but that's just a should. And you can stop shoulding on yourself. And I like this because it does feel like a transformation from existing to living. So then they have a relationship message which says you either are in or calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note. Um, Sorry, I thought something just updated on my screen here. So I'm sorry. So harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So here we go. I love that. Definitely reinforcement of that. And then prosperity message. This would be about the job and all of that coming in. It says your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, your ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Wow. So stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all phases of the manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. I like that. So, trusting the path, looking for the long term. And I felt like when I read that, if you are interested in doing some additional education or certifications, I feel like that is also supported here. Then these cards also have a protection message, which I do want to read to you. And it says, do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? Yeah. When you conjure up the image of a desert, you picture parched lips, sunburnt skin, and mirages. But there is more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. Didn't I just talk about you have got 5 parts water? This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. You are learning how to conserve your strength. And in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. Listen to the call of your soul because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time for letting go of what's not important. Boom. So I think that supports what I was saying, right? I like it. I like it for you, Dervanya. So hopefully that makes sense. But I love this turning to living and not existing, and knowing that what is truly meant for you will not pass you by, and you're moving in those, great, uh, in the direction that's for your highest experience, what your heart wants, right? So I like it, I like it, I like it. So many blessings for you there, Davanya, and thank you again for your donation. Sorry, itchy, itchy, itchy eye. Okay. Alrighty. And then we have Luna Ray. Thank you so much for your double donation. I appreciate that. So you want to look here. What is the status of your twin Terry and karmic Shakura's romantic relationship? Is it over? Okay, we'll take a look here. I have twin nieces. So I love it, I love it, I love it. I know, itchy, itchy, I. Isn't that a song? No, it's something else. Itchy, itchy, ay, ya, ya, ya. Alright, and we'll look at your other one here too. So, what's the status? Is the relationship over? Alright. Wow, there are, out of 5 cards, 4 major arcana. Oh, your twin flame. I must have my nieces on my mind. Like, "Oh, your twin." I'm glad that you clarified. It's interesting here. I wanna pull a, Lover's Oracle here, because these cards here, it seems like things are out of whack, out of order. Oh, I didn't see your second question yet, so thank you. I'll be like, "Well, what the hell?" So I feel like they are, I live in the United States, I mean, there's all sorts of types of stuff everywhere, nothing surprises me in my life anymore. Um, but I see this solitariness here. Um, and I feel like that it is possibly over here. We'll see what this says here. I haven't read this yet, so we'll see what this says. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay. So that makes sense. I feel like they are being true to themselves with this here, because we do have the first two cards that came out together here, like this, are the High Priestess and the Judgment card. Double endings, double new beginnings, but um, it helps if you have it the right way too. It doesn't look as weird. So the high priestess steps away to by themselves and into the higher temple to connect with their higher selves. And this is a calling upward, a calling into a different direction. So both of these coming in here really, felt like this. And but the reason I say it felt out of order is because these were over here with the two, and then in the middle, we've got the magician, the number 1, which is them implementing things, them taking action and movement, no longer waiting, whereas the high priestess would be the divine feminine energy of, um and I feel like that's what was happening, was they were being pulled, into this place away from things, right? To reflect on things, and they were waiting to see what would happen, waiting to see what happened, because that's what a chalice does. It waits to be filled, but the magician card is the filling, the action, the movement, the divine masculine, and it's like I, I feel like it went from the waiting to the action, and then we've got the three. So it went 2 1 3 instead of 1 2 3, and here is this new birth, this new passion, this new nurturing of self and moving forward. And then also the King of Swords, which represents, not only they rule over the mind, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, so they master their mind. And maybe if they're, I don't know if they're an air sign, but this would be they're very much in their head and thinking and then releasing a lot of thinking and moving forward. So I do feel like that it's over, and I actually feel like that it feels like action has been taken because I feel like they're in this rebirth, because the King of Swords has the Ace of Swords, which allows them to see things from a higher perspective, but also cut away fears and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve them. And the Empress is more freedom. She's usually, running, through the forest without a whole lot of restriction. So I feel like it's almost like the full card combination that comes in with this. But I feel like they're trying to be true to themselves, and what when they got into their relationship before, I don't feel like they he was doing what was expected of him, what he thought he was supposed to do and should do, but not do what they were doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. It's like zoom. All right. So I feel like they're especially with that the judgment card is two X's, double endings, double new beginnings. I feel like have started this new birthing of themselves, being more true to themselves. And then you want to know what will July bring in for Terry and you. Not your twin, your twin flame. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, you got 113 for this one. Interesting. So we got the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is this giving and receiving, but also this adjustment and this awareness of overgivingness. I usually used to call it my codependency awareness card, but everyone has a certain amount of codependency based on our lives because it seems like our society these days in most places is set up where parents are so busy that as children, and it's parents are usually the usual suspect, but it could be grandparents or siblings or friends or coaches or whatever, where when we're younger, 7 years old and younger, we have to overgive to people who are important to us to get very little back because they just don't have a whole lot of time. There's so much busy, 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 right? And so we have this out of balance of we feel we have to give 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back, and we don't. As children, we're like, well, it seems fair, and it goes into our subconscious. So in our subconscious world, there's this little inner child that's keeping track of how many love coins you're giving to see when you're going to be worthy of getting one. And until it deems you worthy, there's these forest fields that keep love and keep things coming. So I feel like the Six of Pentacles is a huge thing that both of you are working on to really balance out this out of balance giving and receiving, which requires us to look at, like, parents, like I said, are the usual suspects. And if you look at your parents and go, well, my little child felt abandoned by them, and it had this way out of balance, thingy, that it's like, okay, I get it. So, what we're going to do then is um, bring it from our subconscious to our conscious mind and question it, and then release the wrath, pour out the pain, forgive the person, not the act. We're like, I'm not going to let those things happen anymore, but we forgive the person, we let the wrath go, we pour out the pain so we can become a receiving vessel of love. And when we do that, we basically edit that 1 to 1,000 down to 1 to 100, 1 to 10, 1 to 1, and save it, and then the little inner child throws away the chalk that it was using to, hatch mark it all, because it's like, I don't have to do it anymore. It's 1 for 1, and then these walls come down, which allows things to come in. So I feel like that's a piece of what is happening in July here. Yeah, and you got the 10 of swords, which is letting go of a lot of the fears, a lot of the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that no longer served, which, it's talking to that about them, right? They had the knight, not the knight, the king of swords. So they were cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about who they're supposed to be, who the other person is supposed to be, how a relationship is supposed to be, blah, 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 blah. So you both are also letting those things go. So there, I feel like July is this inner working time that's coming in here, for you. All right. Sorry, I get to see everything and laugh and hysterically. So we also have here in July, the number 7, the chariot, victory, movement. So I feel like there is movement, but there also is the power of choice that comes in here. There's choices of what story we're putting to everything, what emotion we're choosing, what energy we're investing, what actions we're taking. And we're realizing that we each are in control of that. And I feel like there's this dual path that you're both doing to be able to move to this direction. And it depends on what choices you're making in July that determine what it's going to bring to you guys. So, the first two things that we talked about definitely are part of the process here. And you've got the King of Cups, which is balancing of heart and mind. So, that is necessary here to bring all of this in. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which is emotional wish fulfillment. So, the possibilities of dreams coming true, of feeling emotionally fulfilled. But all of this is they wanted that choice card there first because there's a possibility if you both work on that 6 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, that you're raising your love vibration. And the more you raise your love vibration, that's what brings you guys, together. But if one of you doesn't, you're down in lower vibration and the other one's higher, you're gonna miss each other in July. And but what is meant for you will never pass you by. Eventually, enough happens where you guys will bump in, but there's not an exact like on July 17th, you will meet at 12 o'clock p.m. at blah, blah, blah. It's ranges. And it all depends on our choices that we make, which I know you get. So I feel like that there is a possibility here of, wow, this balancing, these choices, this victory, this movement, if both, work on especially these two things are the beginning points there. So hopefully that helps there, Luna Ray. And I appreciate your double donations and your questions there. I'm excited because I know this has been like going, what happened? Who kidnapped him? Where did he go? But it was, of course, on purpose for a purpose, which I know you also get. But now here comes some wonderful release. The captives are being released. So I like it. All right. And that is what they have for you. So thank you again and many blessings to Luna. All right. Galatians. Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Ooh, serious question. Wow. Uh oh. I'll put on my serious face and thank you for your donation. All right. Very good. All right. So, Galatians. Okay. So, what do you need to know about about your lawyer and legal case with your bonds? All right. Yes, I appreciate you not getting me banned on YouTube or yourself. All right. So, what would Spirit like you to know about your lawyer and the legal case with your bonds? Okay, alrighty. I just want to see these all first here. Okay. Mhm. I see. I see. So your first card. Hey, and Italian, I know, and from New York City, I know. All right, so 6 of Cups comes in here, and the 6 of Cups, you know, I'm not sure, the 6 of Cups has this nostalgia, this child, connection, and I almost feel like what you need to know about your lawyer, it feels almost karmic with your lawyer in a way where it's like, you know, did you know him from your earlier in this life? I almost feel like you've known him before, and I feel like you have definitely from a past life, and I feel like, there's this connection, like, you just feel like, "I know him from somewhere," and I almost feel like you don't trust him. Uh, I feel like, there's this leftover residue. I almost feel like they're like a brother from a past life that just stabbed you in the back and did something, which I don't feel like you have to fear it here, but I feel like there's this energy that you just don't know where it's coming from, and I feel like it's coming from the past, and that's where this is, bubbling up from. Um, because you do have like dueling magicians. It's like this is they came out, if I guess from your point of view, this is how they came out because the 6 of Cups was here, then we have the Ace of Wands and the Magician, which for me, these are like, kind of the same type of energies that come up in here, right? Um, yeah, I see. So we've got this, feeling of energies that you want to initiate things. You have this passion, what you want, and they have what they're wanting to do, and it's almost like you know, um, I mean, like a Harry Potter scene with dueling magicians on either end of the table, and you know, what is it? What was it? The art of defense, or defense against the dark arts or whatever, and it feels like, all right, it almost feels like this bantering in a way, and I almost feel here with this Knight of Pentacles slow moving, it takes time, and it feels like things are drawing out and drawing out and drawing out and drawing out and drawing out, but I like this because um, I really like the energy that's coming in, because it ends up being here the 5 of Wands, which something that starts off feeling like conflict, feeling like uh, you know um, maybe some fear energy. The conflict ends up working, and transitioning and transforming, and there's an end to it. So I feel like this is going to end here soon. I feel like they're going to come to resolution, here. Of course, I'm no legal expert, and we always have to say, which being a tarot reader, is that tarot is designed for entertainment, and you should always seek legal counsel. And everyone ultimately has to make their own decisions. But so that all said, I feel like that's going to be solved outside of court, and I feel like um, things are gonna, speed up here pretty quick. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, yeah, I like it because you've got the Chariot. So one, movement, right? Movement, 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 victory. 3 of Cups, also joy and celebration. So I feel like it's gonna turn out well, and there is movement about to happen on it here, but that you can trust. You can trust the what'd you say? The old Jewish man. You can always trust a Jewish lawyer. They're gonna get you what you're needing, right? So I like that. Yeah, I don't not drawn to any other cards here, but yeah, yeah, definitely it's your spirit guides that I'm talking to, and they know all, right? So you can trust your gut. I love it. Yeah, yeah, I like it. He does feel like an old magician, right? He's gonna make it work. So, yeah, I like it. So I feel like that's what you need to know right now regarding your lawyer and your legal case. It feels very like you're joyful about it, and I like the chariot card too, because in addition to being joy, I feel like when especially when we have like a patience card come out, like the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all, right? That it's with the choice card, it allows us we're learning and we're growing and we're stepping into our own power, realizing that I get to choose what something means. I get to choose what how I feel as I go through it. I get to choose what energy I'm investing in it. I get to choose what actions I take. Excuse me, and the more that you focus on gratitude for what is, like you're saying, you can have gratitude for the absolute brilliance of your lawyer and that we have a legal system where there can be, liability and protection, and you just start being grateful for everything that's happening in your lawsuit. What happens is that speeds things up because that's what it's teaching us is stepping into our power of choice. But the more we focus on the lower vibrational energies, it's like an anchor. It just keeps it's like a ball and chain, right? To to coming through. You crack me up. So many blessings to you, Galatians. And thank you again for your donation. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And what's great though too is that we signed up for everything, right? Before we came down here, and the creator goes, "What do you want to do?" And we're like, "I want this, and I want that, and I want this, and I want that." And they're just, when we say, "God put me through this," they're like, "Well, I just want to show you the order form with your signature on the bottom." God had to co-sign it, but we're the ones that wanted it, and they co-signed to do it, right? So I like it. And it puts the power back in our own hands going, "Okay, yeah, I'm the one doing it all." So I like it. So many blessings to you, Galatians. Again, thank you so much for your donation and your sense of humor. I'm glad to have you part of my soul family. All right, and you have a great night. All right. So I think that was all my donations. So we will jump to the top and start the free readings here. So, LA, you are up first. You want to know here we talking about court cases, right? The new document you sent to Gus's assistant, is it going to make a difference, good or bad? And everything is well. I hope everything is well with you. Happy end of June. Can you believe it? Here we are. So let's take a look here and see. You know, I feel like did we? I don't. If I'm remembering pulling cards for that, because I feel it was like weeks ago. I feel like there was an emotional movement. I don't feel like um it's it like helps move emotion in it. I don't feel like it's necessarily like it's impacts it good or bad as far as um proof in that. I feel like though it brings in an emotional um aspect to your case. It helps move, like, if there's a jury, it helps move the jury, or it helps Gus and the assistants and these individuals. It just helps them emotionally present it. It just feels like it's not necessarily an additional fact that is like, "Oh my gosh, it's changing the whole outcome of the case," but I feel like it brings in an emotional aspect that does impact the case in a good way. Um, but I feel like, if you don't see it presented, like, as a huge thing, just know that it did inspire, if that makes sense. But, that's what I feel is coming through, LA, and I hope everything is going well with you too. If I didn't say that, how rude of me. So, many blessings to you. Hey, hi. Yeah. Yay. All right. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings and lovely lovey. Got my Canadians in the house. All right. So, hello, hello. Any advice from your dear papa in the spirit world as to how your youngest daughter's handling life? You know what? I'm actually going to pull here from the Talking to Heaven deck from James Von Prague that I have as one of the oracles here. And I just feel like severely drawn to it, even more than normal. All right. All right. Which makes sense. You know, how is she handling life? Life is a series of choices. Choose love. I like that. They are protected. I feel like this is them and this is like the heart of your daughter. That they are around them, they are always near them. Let's see what message comes in here with that. Okay, there it is. It says, "Love is the true nature of your soul. And by making a choice from love instead of fear, you're saying yes to God." It says, "I remember in life when I would let other people's opinions of me define who I was. I was never good enough to be accepted. That was because I was living in fear." So this is talking about what's going on with your daughter, right? But now I know how much more powerful love is. And this could be like your papa speaking, right? By making the right choices, you welcome abundance into every aspect of your life. And I want nothing more than for her to be happy. So, with every choice she makes, she can stay true to her nature and choose love. Fear separates, love unites. From over here, I will try to remind her to always attempt to see love in all she does. That way, she can live a happier and more fulfilling life while on earth. So, and I feel like this is a message for all of us, of course, that we can all take that. But I love the picture on the other side too. But then, choosing love, choosing love. So I feel like the biggest thing that he wants you to know, is that he's with her, he's caring for her, he's always trying to show her she's loved, along with the whole posse of support. And that's all you can do every moment, like we talk about. I love the validations that come through with that is of unconditional love or fear. And so fearing for your daughter doesn't help any because it just sends fear energy out into the world and toward her. But whenever you feel this ache in your heart for her and what she's going through, just know that's your soul wanting to send unconditional love, either through physical action of something that you can do to help, or if you feel helpless and there's nothing that they will receive from you in the physical world, you can send love as this beautiful, and you can do both too. You can send love as a beautiful stream of love toward them, encircling them, and their higher self will use the love even if the stubborn human character doesn't. So you can send that off to them. So I like that. What a beautiful message from your papa. All right. So that's what they have for you, lovely lovey. So many blessings to you. Very good, LA. Thank you again. All right, Dijona, what good things don't you see? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have here. Wow, you got the all one too. You got the divine masculine energy of the magician and the divine feminine energy of the high priestess, and so there is this, divine partnership here. So I feel like you don't see that there is someone that can match your divinity, someone that can match your magic, that can match your open heart, and that you do have a divine counterpart that will come into your life that also has a balance of divine masculine and feminine within them. So I feel like you aren't someone who is extremely, one side or the other. I feel like you, whoa, are, a beautiful balance between the two, which we all are. But I feel like there's someone that is such a perfect match for you with that's coming. And I feel like what you don't see is that it's possible and that I I feel like you know your power, but I feel like you're becoming more aware of this beautiful balance that you have and that it's okay to express them in different ways, even more than you would have before. Because, of our society, we're of course taught, whoa, there's a bit of shit, or, or you have to be one, one extreme or the other. It's like this, but that's not how humans were designed. Our creator is mother and father of all things. They're a beautiful balance between the two. And we can be as well. So I feel like that is something that they're wanting you to know with that there. Um, yeah, I think that's that one. What is this that came out here too? Yeah, and the Four of Wands, happiness, joy, balanced energy as well can come in here. This it could be the marriage card. It can be the celebration and gatherings as well. But I like it that it is possible, and maybe that's what you needed to hear. But that's what's coming in for you, Dijana. So many blessings to you. All right. So always victory. Hello, hello. You're up next. You like an oracle as advice from your guides. And if you like choosing, you can choose between 1 through 9 if you're here. And if not, I will pick one here. Feel it's like it's this one here, but it's one on this end, which is the Dreamweaver's Oracle. So let's take a look here and see. What do your guides have to say to you? Always victory. Wow, look at that. When the weavers build the sun, like the sun card. In tarot, of course, is Leo energy, fun, child, but I love this. And card number 40, and the essential meaning of the card is the value of dreaming big, success at seemingly impossible tasks. Yeah, so the sun card is victory, right? And abundance. And it says, legend has it that when the dream weavers built the sun, they created a huge ball of fire so they could see all the miraculous things they wove into being. They needed light, and capital L light, and more life force energy to flood our world so life could grow and flourish. Their big dream didn't exist before they imagined what it could be. They made it up as they went along with no plans to follow nor certainty about how to do it. They claimed it energetically and followed the prompts of the conscious universe, their partner. They made an impossible thing real. Right now, you're in a similar place. You have a big dream, but you don't have the how yet. Sometimes your question, sometimes you question whether it's even possible and wonder if it's not meant to happen at all. Looking at the chaos in the world, you wonder if it's selfish to feel that you deserve any of your desires. Do not give up on your dreams. Something unique that will serve the greater good wants you to call it to life. You were given this idea as a gift from the divine, and it is your mission to forge a new path to bring it here. If you knew the how of it, it would mean that you're not dreaming big enough. I like it. Whatever your dream, we need you to begin now. It's time to act. Hold the vision of success, but not too tight, and lean into this greatness, your greatness. Just think of how many you will touch by this action. Trust that you were made for this. Step forward and keep walking, one step at a time, and the universe will open the doors one by one. I know. I love it. So many great things, and I know that not having the plan, oh, it drove me nuts when, on my path to doing what I am now, because it was like I I needed a 5-year plan, I needed the hows, I needed to know the whens, I needed to know it all, and they're just like, "Do, do, do. No, no, come on, just one step at a time, just trust us, close your eyes. Alright, now open your eyes. Okay, now take a one step left." And I'm like, "Can you just tell me where I'm going?" And they're like, "No, no, it's part of the journey, trust me." And I like it. So what a great message from your spirit guides. I love it. All right. So many blessings to you always. And happy pill, you're up next. So what are you attracting in your life? All right. Let's take a look here. What are you attracting in your life? Okay. Well, you do have this Empress card, which is this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but this new birth, this newness that's coming in here. And what I'm really seeing here, especially with the 6 of Cups, it's like there's this calling back of someone from your lifetime or lifetimes. I've been getting the 6 of Cups a lot recently, which I feel like there's this past life type of rebirthing that's happening. A lot of significant past life connections are bubbling up from our unconscious world, happening on purpose for purpose. And I do feel like there is someone coming into your life that I don't feel like you've known them in this lifetime before. If it is, it's someone that you met that you thought you had met before you met them before in this lifetime, if that makes sense. Your guides are so crazy. But they are showing that there's a significant friendship, relationship, individual coming in, and I don't feel it's like an ex coming back kind of thing. I feel it's like this important connection where you're just like, I know you from somewhere, and they feel the same way. There's just like this meeting an old friend, meeting an old best friend. Now it could turn into romantic in this world. I'm not saying that it won't be that, but I don't feel like it's an ex that's coming back romantic wise. I feel like it's either someone you knew before in this lifetime, that was non-romantic that maybe now is the time, or it's someone from a past lifetime that this is the first time you're meeting where it feels it. But there's definitely this bond. They're like overly emphasizing this bond, and that there'll be no mistake in who they are. But there is this birth, this intimacy, this passion. And yeah, that's what I love about this. There's this mirroring that's coming in here if it'll focus. But there's this, you know, seeing of yourself so clearly in here. with this individual. So that's what you're attracting into your life here, and I like it because it feels like just you know, if you've ever come across someone from a past lifetime, you just know it, and there's this comfort in it's like there's this extreme bond of trustworthiness or something that just goes lifetimes. It just feels this way for you. So I like it for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. All right. And Magician, you are up next. I'm just going to take a sip here. All right. What the future is unfolding for you. All right. And you have. Wow. Okay. So you got the 5 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is great because this is all about abundance happening in the outside world and this transformation here of going from these feelings of abandonment, being left behind and lack and being left out in the cold to really this solid foundation of your worth and relationship to the outside world. And I feel like they both trigger each other simultaneously. I feel like you get some abundance coming in, which allows you to see your life in a relationship in a different way. But also at the same time, you are been working on these feelings of lack and you're realizing that it's not humans that bring your abundance to you, but that it's the creator, it's source, whatever you feel that higher power is, that they bring you what you need in each moment. And that it comes through humans sometimes as a shipping company, but the source is from up above, and they aren't fickle like what taught you to feel these feelings of lack and abandonment in your earlier life. Because obviously, when we depend on humans to bring us what we need and to give us our sustenance, when they go into fear, when these human characters go into fight or flight mode, they go into survival mode and they will pull everything back, all the support, the rug from underneath you, that shirt off the back that they gave you for themselves. I need it all. And that's where we feel these feelings of mistrust and abandonment and lack. But when we realize, oh, wait a minute, it's you that brings me what I need. You love me unconditionally, eternally. You will never pull the rug out from underneath me. You will never let me down. I will always have what I need in each moment and probably more because that's how much they love you. This transformation is coming in here and it is bringing you in this feeling of abundance and this wholeness that comes with it too. Um, it's changing your feelings of worth on the inside that then get reflected on the outside that help reflect back to you, which make you feel even better, which then reflects more. So you see how it's like this um, building of wholeness and worthiness that reflects itself into the outside world. So I like that for you, magician. So that is what they have for you. Many blessings to you. No, Cynthia, I have not read you putting your kids to bed. I know you were putting your kids to bed. You're actually, let's see, one, two, three, four, five away. So not yet. All right. So Esther E, you are up. So general reading for the rest of the year. That's all, just the rest of the year. Let's take a look here. Of course, this is not everything. All right. Well, ooh, I like it. Two major arcana. You have the hanged man here, which is that you are having this transformation. It's kind of like a caterpillar in a cocoon where you're letting things go. You're in this beautiful transformation for the rest of this year, but you will evolve as a beautiful butterfly at the end of it here. And you also have the lover's card. So you do definitely have, I feel like you have, there's three things that come with here throughout the rest of the year, which one, I do feel like if you have not found love, you are going to find a significant romantic love relationship. Two, you are going to also find a best friend. If you have not found one yet, You are going to have this someone that just really, really knows you. It's a significant friend that will be with you the rest of your life. And then 3, you also develop this close relationship with your higher self, which is what you, excuse me, really find within this cocooning here. And I feel like it goes in that order backwards: higher self, best friend, romance. So I like it. That's what is unfolding for you. That's a tidbit of what's unfolding there for you, Esther E. So many blessings to you. That is what they have. All right. Felicia, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the reminder. Thank you guys so much for everyone that's given a thumbs up on the video. It's something that you can do that's free. It tells me that you're enjoying these readings, but it also helps spread the Zen love. So thank you guys so much for being part of the love tsunami. I greatly appreciate that. Yep, and again, boom, boom. Thank you for doubling the efforts there. All right, Felicia. And you wanna know, will you move to PK soon? Oh my gosh. One card came out and I'm like, "What? She only gets 1 card?" And she's like, "1 card is all she needs, because you got the new journey, the new adventure, headed off into your new world, leaving the old ways behind, moving into the new one. You even get to take your cat." I don't know if you have a cat, but this is a perfect new journey that's unfolding here, and I feel like it is soon because, the full card is, it's like you're putting an end to old cycles and you're ready to begin this new one. So I feel like even within the month of July, you're going to get a lot of movement. Yeah. Because then, of course, they drop out here the Knight of Cups, which is an emotional movement card. So there definitely is movement that comes in here. And then the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, too. So even though they said 1 card is all you need, they're also bringing in this wonderful energy of movement, 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 which generally means it's happening really soon. So I feel like July, you're going to finalize things, and maybe like move into August, the feelings that come in here. So I like it for you, Felicia. Of course, it all has to do with your inner energies and possibilities. So, like we always talk about, the more you focus on the gratitude and unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, those things speed things up and things move faster. When we're focusing enough, we feel like we're missing something, or we hate something like our jobs, right? We're dragging things slower. So, focus on as much gratitude as you can, and that helps speed things up too. So I like it for you, Felicia. I'm happy for your move, excited for your new adventure. Right? The old cycle is gone. Woohoo! Very, very cool. So that is what you have, and many blessings to you. All right. So Daisy, you are up next, and you like any advice that Spirit would like to give you. Had a rough day at work today, but you're okay. Just trying to process. I get it. I get it. Some weird energy today, from a lot of people. Um, it is Sagittarius moon today, I believe. Let me just double check. Let me just double check. Oops, that's not my. Oh, it's right here. My daily planner. Yeah, we've got. Well, oh, okay. The moon entered. Oh, yeah. So the moon did enter Sagittarius at 7:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's been there most of today. And then we have it tomorrow, and then also a lot of the day Sunday, or half the day Sunday for a lot of you. So we've got the Sagittarius energy, which can be very fun and exciting energy, but fiery too. And so I definitely see that. Yeah, and I see here definitely the 10 of wands. Here's that fiery energy I was just talking about. So a lot of energy that's going on right now. And you have the 4 of pentacles, which is the solid foundation of home. I like this, like a message from spirit. about, the Four of Pentacles brings the message that the outside world is very unstable, which I feel you experience today. You know, we're taught to define our worth and our self-worth by relationships, situations like work and education and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, about all that stuff is frickin' unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away. We know jobs and education, all that stuff, circumstances never stay the same for long. Whether it's, what we picture as positive or negative, it's going to change constantly. And our bodies, our bank accounts, everything breaks down, blows up, burns down, stolen, deteriorates, all of that. We get to experience the instability of the outside world. And it's one of the things we came here to experience. But it takes a lot of our energy. Sometimes we are focusing so much energy on so many things in the outside world that it's good to have this kind of like a slap in the face. They're showing me, if you ever saw Cher in, is it Moonlight? I forget what movie it was in, but she, slapped someone that was in like it's like a close friend that was in love with her, and she wasn't in love with them, I don't think. And they're just like, and she's all snap out of it. And they're still like that, and she smacked him again. And I sometimes we have this gentle little, hey, you know, remember that outside world can't fulfill us. Turn inward and upward, turn inward and upward. And that's where we find, like, ah, okay, there you are. What I'm looking for. And it allows us to kind of just correct our lens, correct our how we're seeing things. So I feel like that's what they're wanting to know here. All that energy we're putting in there, we can stop investing so much energy out there and invest the energy in the most important thing that's right here inside of you, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, Daisy Daisy. So hang in there, my dear, and many blessings to you. All right. And double, triple, quadruple X, you are up. So you want to ask, can you ask, will you overcome these obstacles? All right, let's take a look here. Yes. In fact, obstacles are going to be removed out of your way. I had Lord Ganesha coming in, if that is an energy that you can relate with here, because you do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is new opportunities are going to be coming forward. And I know it's felt like a while. Is that the, no, that's not the Knight. This is the Page of Pentacles. Sorry. Because I felt like there's new opportunities coming forward, which is what is true. These new opportunities are making their way into your life, but the Tower card here is the removal of things. So things are going to be moved out of your life, out of your way, to make room and clear the pathway for new opportunities. So just know that it might have been feeling like it's been taking forever, but you're about to have this Tower moment. So it's gonna be sudden, it's gonna come out of nowhere, but you're gonna have these obstacles that just seem to get blasted, and removed, but it does clear a pathway for you to move forward. It creates space in your life for these things. So, if you are, if you interact with the energies of Lord Ganesha or Ganesh, depending on which one you look, what energies you deal with, they are the removal of obstacles, and you can trust that that energy of the Creator that shows itself through that Lord, that they are so powerful, and gratitude to them is what changes so many things. Because the more we focus on, I've got this obstacle, I've got this obstacle. Why is it getting bigger? Because we're focusing on the obstacle and we're telling the universe, I enjoy having this obstacle. In fact, can you make it bigger? I'd really like more obstacle. And it will. But when we start focusing on gratitude for the removing of obstacles, gratitude for what is in our life, for what we do love, we're telling the universe, I really love being grateful for things. Can I have more things to be grateful for? So I feel like that might help through that. So that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Cynthia Brito, you are up. Hope your kids are all asleep. They're probably out of bed, but go check on them. All right, let's take a look here and see, is Eric really over with your relationship? You had a huge argument. All right, let's take a look here. I don't think so. I think we've got the Knight of Pentacles here is the slowest moving knight, and we've got the Nine of Cups, which is emotional wish fulfillment. I feel like here that they're gonna get it, that they're gonna realize that, you know, pressures and fears have caused them to, shake and rattle and roll, and they're gonna realize, because 'cause aren't you with baby still? And I feel like, that, they're gonna realize, "Oh, um, I've gotta give mama bear some space to, share things," right? Yeah, and I think it's yeah, well, fear talk is anger talk is rooted in fear, right? It's either unconditional love or fear, and so, yeah. So I feel like the pressure, they're just fearing some things, and so they just needed they've been, like, holding stuff in, and there's pressures that are on them, and I feel like they will come back and they'll realize, one, mama bear is going through some, chemical changes too, and you don't mess with a pregnant woman. You just, it's written. You just don't yeah, you just don't mess, because you are going to get mama bear. Um, and so, yeah, it makes sense there. So I feel like that they will, once they've had a chance to calm their calm their jets, that they'll come back here. Yeah, they got the 2 of Pentacles. So once they balance things out, they'll be they'll be back. So, I don't feel like it's over. So hang in there, mama. Um, and if you know that they're oh, you live together? Okay. Oh, great. Well, I mean, be back present, right? So, um, I feel like yeah, that can be stressful too. Yeah, we got the Knight of Pentacles still. So it's the slowness, it feels like, Pentacles is money too. So I know it's difficult, especially, if he went to, like, being instant family. That takes a lot. So, try to cut him a little bit of slack too. Um, because I know you both are going through a lot. So, just allow it. Yeah, a lot of less expectations. What? Sorry. Allow this adventure. Allow this. Be free of a lot of expectations and just allow them to be and do whatever they need to do. And try to go with the flow as much as you can. I know it's difficult when you have this oven that's baking and it feels so uncomfortable. 'Cause I feel like you're getting what are you, about 7 months? I don't know, but I feel like you feel full, right? You're like and it's summertime, right? You're like, "I just can't get cold." Alright, but that's what's coming in for you, Cynthia, so hang in there, my dear mama bear. Alright, much love to you and your kiddos. Right. Anjali, you are up next. Anything that you need to know? All right. Yeah, you've got a wonderful the 7 of Pentacles, you've been patient, you've been waiting for the fruit to grow, and here comes the fruit. You are having this movement of waiting, 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 and When's the harvest coming? Well, the harvest is coming. The 9 of Pentacles here is taking you into this place of feeling financially, excuse me, or independent in the outside world. And so you're feeling this independence, this wholeness, this completeness that's coming in here with this. So independent of others too, because the 9 is the hermit's journey. So I feel like this fruitfulness, you really are feeling it within yourself. So I like it for you. So that is what you need to know right now, is that the harvest is upon you. So many, many blessings. Just 5 months. Why does it feel like 7? Maybe it does feel like 7, right? All right. So, Empress Beauty, you are up next. So, what can you expect from the connection with Nuke? All right. Explosions like a nuke? Let's take a look here. All right. So, well, we have letting go of expectations with the Ace of Swords. This is connecting you to the capital teachers of the higher realm that gives you the power to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. And it has to do here around worth, because the Five of Pentacles starts off with this energy of feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold. Sorry, it's reversed on my screen. I thought, is that the 2? No, this is the 5. Because it has these feelings of abandonment and lack, but there's this expectations that you're clearing away through all this. So one of the things you can expect with the connection is like, oh no, this wonderful mirror that allows you to cut away some fears around lack and abandonment and being left out and the cold and left behind here. There is this transformation that comes in. So there's a lot of thinking that you do through this, with communication that you have between the two of you. So there is growth that's there, which I'm like, "Yay, that's always what we want out of a relationship with someone, right? Is growth." Sorry, I'm gonna close my blinds here. So, yeah, doesn't feel like at this point with today's energy that there's this huge love, 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 but you learn a lot about your feelings, and it allows you to cut away and release some triggers that pop up. So, they might just trigger a couple things here and there, Empress Beauty. You're like, "I know they already have." But anyway, that's what's coming through right now. So many blessings to you. All right, and I think we are here. So Julia, you are up next. Uh, tell you David's current feelings towards you. All right. And much love to you, Julia, as well. So let's see here. What do we got going on? Yeah. Kind of sums it up. You've got the 9, the hermit card to themselves really on this inner journey, but also movement of emotion. So they have this romance, they have these feelings, this movement, but they also have this draw to stay within themselves right now and kind of to themselves because they're figuring some stuff out. So what, yeah, here we are. This is what's been going on, right? But I feel like that this journey, this inner reflection, and this emotional movement, things are moving along. It's just taking time for them. And of course, when things are going ever so lovely at this wonderful speed, um, it's all about working on ourselves too, right? The more that whatever triggers, whatever comes up within us is for us during this period, and things go at ludicrously slow speed for us too. Even though it feels like torture sometimes, I get it. But I like it. It's they're about to head off on their journey, right? So they shall return. And during that time, they're going to be doing a lot of growth, as well. So I like it because I feel like they're going to come back with a new, lease on life. Is that what how we say it? That's how they're saying it. So, that's what's coming through. So, that is what they have for you right now, Julia. So many blessings to you. Hang in there, my dear. All right. And Brianna Esquivel, you are up next. Is your soulmate someone you've already met? And I feel like you're saying, like, your soul partner, the person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life, for the rest of this lifetime. I don't feel like you've met him yet here because we've got the Emperor here, which is Aries energy. It's newness, it's new birth, it's new things and new decisions being made here. And I feel like what's going on right now with you is you're really, the Emperor is listening to a lot of people with the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos of how they're supposed to run the company, not the company, their empire, doing those types of things. And but at some point they go, okay, everyone, bug out. I'm going to make the decisions. Thank you for your advice. Well, the Queen of um, Swords here balances heart and mind. So I feel like a lot of what's going on right now is you're determining some things about what your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are around love. There's some questioning of the supposed to's and all this popular opinion that you've been given all your life that you're cutting away, which allows you to clear the path so it doesn't feel so restrictive on who and how and when and who you're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be. And it's important for this to open up here. And I feel like the reason why I feel like it's someone new that's coming in is because it's like you're cutting away all these expectations, and it's someone that with blinders on that we've been put on with all that stuff, they're out here and we don't see them until these expectations are away, and we're like, "Who are you?" And it's someone that's not normal for you. Abby normal. And so I like it because, it is someone that, is so compatible, and it's someone that you never thought you could be because you weren't supposed to. They don't fit the list. It's someone off list. So I like it for you. So that is what is coming in for you, Brianna. So many blessings to you. All right, Alexis, you are up next. So what's your sex appeal? Ooh la la. Let's take a look here and see what draws people in here. Well, first of all, you stay true to yourself. The 3 of Pentacles is this being your authentic self. Like, you don't there's this confidence that exudes from you that you are, I am me, and if you don't like me, there's the door, right? But in a nice way. You're like, see that exit sign? That's where you can go if you don't like who I am. It's very cool that way. You're not mean about it. But you, are very true to your authentic self, and this is what draws people because they love that confidence. They love I don't give a blah 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 boo 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 boo, about other all these opinions and trying to be who everyone wants me to be. But you also have this balanced heart and mind here. You're intelligent. You come across as very intelligent, but behind the scenes, there's also the water that all the queens get, which also has this emotional connection. And so you have this beautiful balance of heart and mind. Just these are things that do attract people to you. So I like it, Alexis. That is what is coming in for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Making my way down the list here, and I'm almost hitting 2 hours. Let me see here how many more we have. But the good news is I shall return. I'm here on the weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the mornings and at 7 p.m. In the evenings as well. So I shall be here 4 more times this weekend. All right. So Mez P. So you can't find where you put your car key. Did you lose it or have you put it somewhere? Oh no. All right. Let's take a look here. You have the ace of swords coming in here. So I don't feel like you've lost it. I feel like it is somewhere. Um, the communication here, I almost feel like, um, it's like, communication, I immediately thought phone, and I feel like it's somewhere. Did you get a phone call and then you put it somewhere? I almost feel like retracing your steps, but I don't feel like you've lost it. I feel like it is somewhere where you'll find it. And the because the Ace of Swords is seeing things from a higher perspective, um, and cutting away fears. So I feel like it's, but I keep on feeling like it has something to do with a phone. Like, where did you drop your phone, or where do you put your phone, or you got a call on the phone and you quickly put something down, or you stuff something in a pocket you normally wouldn't because you were grabbing for your phone. Um, that's what's coming in here. I feel like it is that you did put it somewhere, that you didn't lose it. So that's what's coming in. I wish I could give you more, but what a scavenger hunt! Yay! So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's see, where are we at here? I lost my place. There we go. So we answered that one already. All right. Moon. Hello. So you like to get a reading? Absolutely. So you recently started to date. Ooh, okay. What are his feelings towards you? All right. Let's take a look here and see what spirit would like you to know. All right. Well, you do have the Ace of Cups, which is new love feeling, and look at their, I feel like they're ready to dive in here, Moon. They're just like, the emotions are there and they feel it and they're ready to feel. And we also have, they're ready for this movement. The Chariot card here is victory and absolutely movement, of course, wheels churning. And it's a power of choice too. So I feel like they are really in this place, and this is the Chariot is Cancer energy too, I believe, which is a lot of emotional energy. So I feel like, which, because you of course are named a Moon, which definitely is ruled by, I mean, rules over the Cancer signs, right? I just wanted to check here because I thought, yeah, the Chariot is Cancer, is the Cancer sign. So definitely there's this feeling and this connection that they have here. And I feel like there's a lot of choice that's going on right now with them too. They're looking at what story, what emotion, what energy, what actions. I feel like they're wanting to have this movement. They're wanting things to move forward. So very much, I like it. Very very positive. So I like it, Moon, and that is what is coming in. So many blessings to you. I like it. But that Chariot is for you too. You get to choose what story, what emotion, what action and energy you want to put into it too, which of course, both of you putting in your energy is what kind of guides the two horses that are pulling the Chariot card, right? I mean, the Chariot itself. So I like it. Many, many blessings to you. All right. Just reading down the list here, seeing a lot of this is our interactions with the donation readings here. So I'm just making sure I'm not skimming and skipping over someone here. Right. So Kavita Soroha, hello. You want to know what's coming towards you in July? Let's take a look here. Well, you got the Six of Cups coming in here, and the Six of Cups. Oh, Six of Pentacles. Sorry, I had the Six of Cups energy for some reason, which makes sense. But I feel like there is someone that coming into your life that feels like you've known them from the past. I feel like that is coming in. That is like behind the scenes, because they showed me the Six of Cups like in my brain until my eyes caught the pentacle. But the Six of Pentacles is this balancing, this giving and receiving, this abundant type of feeling that's coming in. So I feel like outside of relationship, you have this abundant stuff coming in that helps balance out things. You have enough to where you feel you can give in to people because you're receiving a lot too. So I like that. But with that Six of Cups and Six of Pentacles, that relationship type of energy is someone either returning from your past or this past life energy that's been coming up a lot of like you feel like you've known them before and that they're coming back like you're meeting a best friend from another lifetime. But they're helping trigger in realizing the kind of this overgiving mentality you've had since you were very young, having to do with whoever it was when you were 7 years old or younger that had this energy where you had to overgive to them to get very little back. And they were so important to you that this out of balance giving and receiving has been in your subconscious for a long time, ruling over this ability of receiving from people and abundance and stuff. So there really is this transformation that's happening because you're not stuck in that. You don't have to be stuck in it, but you might have been feeling like, I want abundance, I want love, I want this stuff to come, but you feel like there's this forest field. And it's because of this out of balance giving and receiving that's underneath there. That when, if you can bring it up from your subconscious, where your little inner child is keeping hatch marks to get you to that 1,000 coins you're supposed to give to deserve one, bringing that up and remembering who that is, releasing this person that you felt you had to overgive to, allowing them to be released from whatever resentments or any kind of lower vibrational emotions we have towards them. It's like forgiving them, releasing it. That allows you to bring it down to one, which then seeps back into your subconscious and allows these forest fields that have been keeping things away to come in. So hopefully that makes sense. I talk about it a lot on the channel, so apologies if they've brought that through before, but it's such an important release of that we've got these barriers that are up that keep us from finding love and abundance because of this out of balance giving and receiving from when we're younger. But that's what's coming in for you, Kavita. So I'm excited. It is definitely something that brings in freedom and brings in beautiful, beautiful abundance for you. So I like it. All right. And Nuza Miranda, you are up. So what is coming for you and Jay this summer? Well, you got the Four of Swords. So peace of mind. I like this because the usually it's someone that has they're sleeping on an Ace of Swords, and it's this release of expectations, this you know, release of the heart, like the fear of losing love, the fear of rejection, all these fears that we've had. We're seeing things from a different perspective, and we're not battling over trying to prove that our small t truths are more truer, or that I'm trying to make all these things happen and all these things come true. And there's this, I'm not bound to the fear of rejection, the fear of failure and anything like that. It's like there's this freedom that comes in and this peace of mind that comes in, which I really like. So I feel like that's one thing that spirit wants you to know that's coming is this peaceful mind, this peaceful communication to come in between the two of you too. So I like it for you, Nuza, and many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And nature 1133, you are up next here. And then Aisha, you will be my last reading this evening, I believe. So nature, will Liam and you get into union? All right, let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know here. It seems to be. You've got the Eight of Wands, which is fast moving, passionate energy. A lot of passionate movement here. And you've got the Star card, wishing upon a star, dreams coming true. So if that's a dream that you have, it feels like you will have passionate union, passion coming in here for sure. with this card. It just feels very much that here. So, boom. So it does feel like that. Now, is it going to be forever? Blah, 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 blah. That's another question, right? For another day. All right, Aisha, thank you so much. You will be my final um, reading here. And before everyone takes off, um, just to make sure everyone knows, I do have every Monday a giveaway, and this Monday is a big giveaway because I also have some month end things for June. So if you're interested in getting into the drawing to win a possibility of a free 30-minute person recorded reading, make sure to check out that video to tell you all about it. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away and how you can get into the drawing. That's what that link is. And then also, I put out a pick a card reading, at least one a week, and this week's was who can use your help and how can you help them? So for all you helpers out there, that's a great video to watch. And I have a ton of other pick a cards that are available on my main page. And then also today, a couple of weeks ago, I started a Take 10 with Zen video series where I take 10 minutes and under to talk about how we can connect to spirit, connect to ourselves, and answer also questions from my subscribers. The first one was dimensions, second was spirit guides. This one is love real? So very interesting subjects if you're want to check those out. And then also, of course, I know today is the last day of June, but these monthly readings cover the winter and summer solstice too. So if you want to check out your readings for each individual zodiac sign, you can check those out. This will be the last month that I'm doing monthlies. I'm going to spend the time that I invest in doing those into other projects. So at least for now, monthlies will cease to be for a couple months, but this one actually does cover up through August, right? So you still have information, so that's good. All right. So those I wanted to make sure everyone was, and again, thank you everyone for whoever has given me a thumbs up on the video. Something free that you can do, and it does help spread the love. So you're part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys for that. All right. So Aisha, you are up. Final reading. So Farhan's, I probably mispronounced that. Current feelings for you. No contact. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah. It makes sense. They're in a kind of a place of emotional confusion here. Emotions all over the place, you know. It's just crazy, 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 crazy energy all over the place, right? And um and then we've got the 8 of swords, which makes sense because I feel like they're in this place of really looking at their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have blinded them and bound them and made them feel trapped, and they're in this just emotional and mental upheaval in their life. So I just feel like they are so much focused on their own feelings and their own thoughts that they're not really focused on anyone else. And and I kind of feel like that was their MO, like that's how they acted before. But this one is really, I feel like they've had so much happen in their life that they, you know, just I feel like they're just out of pocket and they're not thinking about anyone else. And it's almost like their feelings are numb because we were feeling so emotionally confused. They just had to shut it down because it was almost making them feel dizzy, and they're really dissecting and they're in their head, really trying to understand things. So I feel like that's what's coming in there, Aisha. I just don't feel like they're in a calm place at all. It's like they're doing somersaults in a tornado or a funnel. They just can't get their bearings, and it's like their head is like looping, 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 and they're not making any progress. So I feel like that's what's coming in, Aisha. So hang in there. I don't feel like there's a hope of like return. and I feel like it's for you. I feel like it's okay for you to go, "You know what? Um, they're going to be going on their journey, and it's okay for you to go on yours and move forward." I feel like you've learned what you need to learn from them, or you can reflect on what is going on inside, of yourself regarding them. But it's I feel like they were a stepping stone for you, not like a soul partner that you're gonna be with the rest of your life. I feel like they were someone that will make you appreciate someone later so much more than you would have had you not met them. So, hang in there. Much love to you, and hopefully that resonates for you. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to be it for tonight. I will return tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And as you guys go throughout the rest of your night or day, wherever you're at in the world, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there, you take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you.